Hey, prayer ministers. God is really blessing us with incredible bluebonnets here in Belleville. You can't imagine how it smells just to sit here right in the middle of them. And I thought I would share some things with you that I heard about working with confusion in a TPM session. I talked to Ed because it's not really clear on his website what confusion is or does or how we should handle it. And he's got 3 things that he's noticed about it, and I've noticed a 4th. Confusion is actually an emotion, so if you run across somebody who's feeling confused, your first best question is, why? Why do you feel confused? And let them explain and move along into the session that way. Another thing that might come up in, say, a memory, I'm just so confused about this. I just don't understand it. I can't figure this out. And maybe this is a memory of someone who's in a memory who's above maybe 4 or 5 years old, older than that. And it could be there's a solution in place. They might be saying, it's just confusing, I'm just so confused. And then you might use the solution procedure and say, would you have any hesitation at just the thought of understanding this or figuring this out, and go forward with the solution procedure. Another thing that confusion could be is a state of being lie. If you go to a memory and someone is remembering being maybe 4 years old or younger, that's not a magic age or number, but just about that, then confusion could be a state of being lie. It could be that this is something I'll never understand. It can't be understood. It's just confusing. And that can come forward with you into adult life, that my situation will never be understood, and that causes pain. So you can say, not is it true, but does it feel true that this is just confusing, that there is no answer? And they might say yes. So you would say, Lord, what do you want them to know? And those are the 3 things that Ed said about confusion. But I've noticed a 4th, and maybe you have too. It is that when someone talks about being confused, I can't figure out why they did that to me. This just does not make sense. Sometimes you'll hear a little irritation in their voice, or anger actually. So at that point, I have sometimes asked the potential anger question, and you all know that is any part of what you're feeling directed at someone or something? And that will uncover whether they are angry or irritated or frustrated with the person that has done some behavior that is confusing. So listen to the tone of voice when they're talking about being confused, and see if maybe the potential anger question makes sense right there. Anyway, just wanted to update you on all that. Susan Cummins is the one who noticed at first that we don't really have any clear teaching on confusion, and so with Ed's help and pulling all this together, I just wanted to give you all that update. So come to Belleville, come enjoy. Love y'all.